thank you for joining me here today at Royally Slayed. I am Demetria Moore. I am a licensed cosmetologist, a mother-to-be, and a lover of Jesus Christ. So this channel focuses on all things beauty, faith, and motherhood. So if you are into those things, make sure you click that subscribe button down below, and you can click the bell notification if you want to be notified every time I drop a video. The love is appreciated. This channel is growing and flourishing. I say this every time, and I truly mean it. I am thankful for all the support. So today we will be talking about motherhood content. I am 16 weeks pregnant, and this is my first child. So if you haven't already, check out my other videos related to pregnancy. I have my pregnancy story, and I also have the reaction to me and my husband's finding out that we were pregnant. So I'll link those up here. Make sure you click and watch those, then come back and watch this video. So I am now 16 weeks, and I am in the second trimester, and since I completed the first trimester, I just wanted to share my experience, my symptoms, let you guys know a little bit of what I experienced in the first trimester. I do want to say that anything that I say is just based on my experience. This is not medical advice or anything to that nature. It's just letting you know what I experienced, and I may list some things I use to help alleviate some of these symptoms. All right, let's jump into it. So you guys know I always have to have my notes with me, and I'm praying I can get through this quickly before my iPad dies. Speaking of, let me charge it. Hold on. Alright, iPad all plugged up and I'm ready to go. So like I was stating, I have my notes here so I can let you guys know the nitty gritty. I try to, every time I experience the symptom, I try to write it down on, well, I wrote it down in my phone. I transferred it to my notepad, my iPad. But I try to write it down so I can make sure I didn't leave anything out. And yeah, let's get into it. So I first found out I was pregnant when I was 4 weeks. So I found out very early on in pregnancy. And so I wrote down all the things that kind of like gave me a clue that I was pregnant. The biggest thing for me, which I stated in my pregnancy story, was tender breast, specifically nipples. My nipples were hurting. If that's TMI, you came to the wrong channel, because we're talking about pregnancy. So we know, this, we're going to talk about some biology up in here. But I had tender nipples that were so sore, and even now to this day, if there is a chill, even the slightest chill in the air, my nipples will start to hurt. So what I tried to do to alleviate that, I started getting nipple pasties, like the little silicone pasties. I just will buy them, I have to buy them about monthly, the silicone reusable ones, and I'll put them on my nipple before I put my bra on. Also, I visit a nurse practitioner. She told me that like compact sports bras, they're supposed to help too. So I wear sports bras, I have one on today, more than I wear my other bras. So they're supposed to help like with the rubbing and stuff and the agitation. So that's what I've been using to help solve that. Another sign that I mentioned in my pregnancy video is full breast. So that, I think that was the number, like, okay, so I realized tender breast first, but full breast is what made me know that something is different than just a period here. So I experienced full breast. They didn't really hurt, like my whole breast didn't hurt. It's more the nipples, but I did experience like a little bit of tingling in my boobs, just a little bit, and it didn't last but like a week or so. But mostly it's nipple tenderness for me. So another thing that happened when I was pregnant, and still happens now, is mood swings. But I do not let my mood swings get the best of me. But within that first week, the fourth week, the first week that I realized I was pregnant, I did not know at the time. I was just thinking that my period was coming. And I do a weekly chat with my girls. We keep each other in check. We're all entrepreneurs, businesswomen, and so we meet weekly to help each other stay on track with our businesses and our content planning, all those things. So we were on a meeting, and I can't remember, they did something and it just annoyed me so bad, and I was like, it's just because my period is coming, it's the hormones. But in all reality, it was the hormones, but not because the period was coming, it's because the baby was coming. Last two symptoms that I experienced during week 4 was a lack of an appetite. So when I first found out I was pregnant, like I really stopped eating a lot at all. I wasn't really nauseous. I just didn't have an appetite at all. And even now, sometimes being in week 16, I don't have much of an appetite, but eating small meals have helped me. But we'll save that for the second trimester video. But yes, I did not have much of an appetite. I was not eating much. I actually lost 5 pounds in my first trimester because I wasn't eating much. I will move into other symptoms, but I didn't get the vomiting. I'll let that be known right now. So vomiting didn't cause me to lose weight. It was just because I wasn't eating that much. And then one really weird symptom was stomach acne. So the first, well, I keep saying the first week I knew I was pregnant, which was week 4. I had a bump on my stomach. It was like a hard pimple. It was white, had a white head, and I never get bumps like that on my stomach. So that was kind of weird. And I've seen some videos before when women have said that they've experienced acne, like body acne, when they found out they were pregnant. Week 5, the major symptom for me in week 5 was fatigue. That's when fatigue started to hit me hard. I will not forget, it was the week of Thanksgiving. I was trying to cook and I was just so tired. I would cook a dish, then go sit down. Go cook another dish and go sit down because I was so tired. So pregnancy fatigue hit me then. I didn't put anything down for week 6 or week 7. I guess just the regular symptoms stayed the same. But I do think in between that time that my nose spread a little bit. And funny thing is, I didn't notice it at first, but my mom was like, you got pregnant face, pregnant face. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she was like, your nose. And so I told my husband, and like my whole family were like, you know, mom was just being extra because that's how she can be. And then he had like looked at one of my older pictures. He looked at my nose. He was like, yeah, your nose is kind of spreading. So it hasn't gotten any bigger since then, but I have experienced that pregnancy spread. And I guess maybe then is kind of when I could experience, I guess, pregnancy glow, because my skin has been pretty clear. I haven't experienced any acne or anything. I've had pretty clear skin, and I have drank soda, eaten candy, all that kind of stuff, and my skin is still clear. So week 8 is when I started to experience nausea. And like I said before, I didn't vomit. I didn't experience vomiting. I haven't vomited at all, thank God. But yeah, I just was nauseous, and it would be like when I needed to eat, or sometimes depending on what I ate after I ate, would make me nauseous. And then I also experienced sensitivity to smell in week 8. So that's when like open the refrigerator like made me sick to my stomach, but I didn't throw up, but it just annoyed me. And yeah, so that's when I started to experience those things. Week 9 is when I started to get like a weird taste in my mouth, and it's hard to describe, and I don't even really remember. Like I looked some things up. I guess it's kind of like a metallic taste, and so it's like when I eat certain foods, like it just makes my mouth, like basically anything I eat, it just leaves a funny taste in my mouth. So I have to brush my teeth or chew gum if my food aversions will allow me to chew gum. And that leads me into the other symptom that I got during week 9, which was food aversions, because I am a daily gum chewer, but the gum that I usually chew just was so disgusting to me. So I went through like 3 different kinds of gum trying to figure out a gum that I could tolerate, and I finally found one, which was extra, the spearmint one. And then like peanut butter, I used to eat apples and peanut butter like 3 to 5 times a week, and I just cannot touch plain peanut butter right now. I can eat it with something, but like just plain peanut butter out the jar, the smell bothers me. I just can't. Week 10, I experienced heartburn. I have never experienced heartburn before in my life. Like I have heard people talk about it, and I just had no clue what it felt like. But week 10, I made, I think, spaghetti for my husband and I. Spaghetti is one of my husband's favorite foods. So I was like, you know what? You've been so sweet. You've been so helpful around the house with me being pregnant. I want to make you something that you enjoy. So, and one of his, I think his second love language is acts of service. So I made him spaghetti. Oh my goodness, like the second bite, I just felt the burning right here. So I experienced heartburn with that, and I feel like it was something else that I ate that gave me heartburn. But after week 12, it went away. So now I can eat tomato-based stuff, fried stuff, spicy stuff, and it doesn't give me heartburn. But week 12, heartburn. Week 11, I kind of felt a little bit of cramping, and from what I read up on, it could have been like round ligament pain, because it was like kind of like the sharp pain, but it will only last for a quick second. And then also I experienced it like when I was moving, like when I lay down to sleep, and I am somebody who shifts sides all night long when I sleep, and when I turn from one side to the other, if I did it too quickly, I would feel like a little sharp surge across my pelvic region, and I believe that was round ligament pain, but I haven't really experienced it much since that week. So week 12. So I guess according to my notes, I wasn't really in detail. I think the nausea started to go away a little bit, but then week 12, I started to get nausea after every meal. Every meal I ate, I would get nauseous. It was just like that all day nauseous feeling. Like, I kept ginger ale by my bed. I didn't mention this, but to help alleviate me from nausea, I tried Jolly Ranchers and sour candies. Those were the best things for me. And also like peppermint gum would help some too. So ginger ale, Jolly Rancher lollipops, and I had like Sour Patch Kids. I would eat those kind of things to kind of help settle my stomach. I don't know what it is about sour candy, but those were the things that worked for me with alleviating nausea. So I completely forgot that, one of the big things about this pregnancy video is people want to see the bump. So I'm going to try to adjust my camera and give you guys a little baby bump view. All right, so I don't have any Spanx or anything on. Stomach is just out here. I was filming, so I wanted to be comfortable, but here is a bump. That's my underwear right there, so excuse that, but that's a good one right there. There's baby, 16 weeks. My stomach is not too hard down here because I am a curvy girl, so I have more cushion for the pushing, but I can feel a little firmness down here, but it's not completely solid. It's still some squishiness, but it's more firm up to the top. Don't know what that's about, but yeah, I am short, so baby is just right here in the center. Don't feel like I'm low or high, just there. All right. So that is it. I didn't have any symptoms that stuck out for week 13. So that completes my first trimester. I hope you guys enjoyed it, that you took something away from it. If there's anything I missed or I didn't cover, please ask me below in the comment section. I try to stay really active in the comments. And also, please make sure you're following me on my other social media platforms, Facebook, Royally Slade, and Instagram at Royally Slade. Yeah, I just appreciate the support. Again, I know I say it all the time, but I really do appreciate it. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, and I'll keep this motherhood, faith, and beauty content coming your way. Until next time, bye.